of the race.
Z, because the line between victory and defeat is razor thin.
Resolute.
What?
At Resolute, we set out to redefine racing shell performance by bringing together experienced rowers and coaches with the world's finest marine architects and boat builders. We have achieved that goal.
Resolute.
The complete transformation of shell technology and design.
Resolute was the brainchild of University of California's rowing coach, Steve Gladstone.
Began coaching in 1966 at Princeton. From there I was at Harvard for 4 years with the varsity lightweights. We had 4 unbeaten years in a row. And then from there to Berkeley from 72 through 80. We had national championship crew, and then from there Brown. I'd had a good friend that I'd grown up with who was one of the premier boat builders in America. His name was Eric Gertz.
I started boat building, well, I started this company in 1975. Aside from the rowing shells, we worked on America's Cup boats. We built 9 modern America's Cup boats, which is more than any other company in the world.
Resolute.
He lived in the same town in Rhode Island, and he'd come by the boathouse at Brown from time to time and look at the boats and say these were Stone Age craft.
So he had this brainstorm, hey Eric, we'll build some boats.
Finally I challenged him to get involved.
We need some designs, and we got Jim Taylor involved.
Most of the business I do is sailboat design. Everything from small boats, dinghies, up through the America's Cup. I've been involved in the America's Cup 5 different times and been involved in winning it twice. The Resolute team is the American Cubed, parts of the American Cube team. Eric was the builder, Daryl Kramers was one of the structural engineers, and I was part of the design team.
That was in 1994.
The strength to transcend, the drive to succeed.
Resolute.
Z.
Well, we were developing these boats, and we didn't want to tell anybody what we were doing. We just called this the Z Project because we felt this was going to be the ultimate rowing shell.
It was a real interesting challenge.
The goal. Redefine shell performance.
The key contribution from the rowers was before the boats were built, in the design process. The feedback was absolutely key to every step that we took.
I was intrigued by what we could bring to the rowing world in terms of what might increase the performance of the boats.
We knew that being new kids on the block, that we had to have a boat that people were very comfortable hopping in and rowing.
I had a good sense of the ergonomics, what was needed inside in terms of its rowability.
Superior ergonomics.
The oarsmen can really achieve any sort of angles, leverage angles that they need to apply maximum force.
So the first development was the heavyweight 8. The structure was indeed demonstrably stiffer by huge percentages in the competition.
200% stiffer, maximize crew performance.
We went out and the boat's first race, I guess, was winning the head of the Charles Regatta straight out of the box. So all of those design goals they were realized.
Revolutionary hull shape, heat curing technology.
Prepreg carbon is ideal for building high-tech structures because it is the stiffest and strongest material that we know of.
Less flex, more power.
Some of the flexible boats are a bit like old comfortable shoes on the floppy side.
Go, 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 go!
Comfortable maybe, but not fast. And the Resolute have a much firmer feel.
Carbon fiber mastery.
The resin is introduced into the carbon at a set ratio of resin to fiber. The more fiber you have, the stronger your boat's going to be.
Monocoque structure.
If monocoque structure can allow the total weight of the structure to be less.
No internal framework.
You can add more material in the proper areas to make the hulls stiffer still. The monocoque structure is part and parcel of how you achieve the stiffness.
Success. Shaving seconds to finish first. The physics of victory.
The boat is thoughtfully designed from the terms of shape. And the theories are pretty simple. It's not complicated. Less wetted surface, less drag.
Reduce drag.
That's not easily achieved because the boat has to be balanced.
1.5 less wetted surface. Save 4 seconds over 2,000 meters.
Whereas you've got 2,000 pounds plus moving back and forth in this thing 36 times a minute. You've got to find a compromise between wetted surface and something that can be rowed. And they've found a good balance.
Rowing is an energy equation. The energy in comes from the rowers. You want all the energy out going to making the boat go faster through the water and not in bending all the various mechanical bits.
More power in every stroke.
So if the hull's stiffer and all the riggers and the machinery is stiffer, those losses through efficiency are less, and the speed at the end of the day is higher.
Resolute.
Keeping your team in shape. Low maintenance, quality parts, and service.
Resolute can contribute in several ways to the success of a program. First is the business aspect. A Resolute is an expensive piece of equipment. But you don't need a new boat every year and a half. You just need one Resolute, and that'll last. Take the Harvard lightweights. These guys are in a 5-year-old boat or 6-year-old boat now and have won 3 national championships in the same boat. The second way that a Resolute will contribute is it'll force your rowers to row much more precisely, which means it'll force them to row better.
It gives programs a chance to concentrate on coaching and other issues and not have to worry about them as often with boat maintenance and boat replacement.
300% more durable.
I really believe in these boats. It's really amazing.
Z.
The fastest rowing shell in the market.
Z.
Because the line between victory and defeat is razor thin.
Resolute.
At Resolute, we've redefined racing shell performance. Increased stiffness makes every stroke more powerful. Reduced wetted surface maximizes speed. Monocoque construction optimizes rowability and increases durability. Heat-cured, pre-preg carbon construction has allowed our designers to set the standards by which all others are now judged.
Resolute.
You can do it.
Strength, stealth, speed. A proven combination for producing more victories and a winning program. Contact us at resoluteracing.com.
Resolute Racing Shells.